All right, I'm here working on this 2004 Pontiac Grand Prix 3.8 legendary motor, but can still have its problems. Customer complaint was that the car was running rough, was having a hard time starting, and then eventually they would get it started and then they'd drive to where they were going, and then it wouldn't want to restart. It had poor fuel economy. Prior history was that the customer had installed an ignition control module, which is common to go out on these and creates some oddball issues, creates maybe one coil pack won't fire or all of them won't fire or things like that. Now, as you can see here, all these numbers here, when they replace this ignition module, which sits right underneath these coils, sit right on top of these little pins, and it bolts to a little bracket underneath. And so what you can see here is they said, well, this is the first, 1 to 3, so they didn't lose track of what coils go where. Not that it really matters. What matters as long as you have the correct wire in the correct place. Now, they did a 1 through 3, they had a 1 through 6, and they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see here, look at this, 3, 1, 5, 2, 6, 4. They had inadvertently put all the spark plug wires in the wrong spot, and so somehow the car was running. Not sure how. If you didn't know, on these engines they can run with oddball, the firing order's wrong. It'll run very poorly, it'll start funny, it'll try and backfire, but they will run. And so the reason why I initially came out here is because eventually the car wouldn't start. And come to find out, this puppy right here, Amazon special, and lo and behold, didn't last very long. And then on top of that, so I got the new module put in, and it's tried to fire, but it sounded really weird. It would crank and go. It almost sounded like the piston was deadheading, and that told me, with a little bit of backfiring, that told me that the firing order is wrong. So I traced all these wires to where they were going. Odd bank is in the front, even is in the back, and it was all sorts of mixed up and wrong. And so I got it rerouted, taken care of, and now it started and is running, and we got to get the cylinders cleared out of all that excess fuel from all that excess cranking that was done prior to me showing up. So rule number 1, as taught to me by my sensei right out of college, pay attention. It's that easy. Pay attention. And now the hard part is that my customer, it was actually his son that did the work, and then something happened, and so now my customer was doing some work, and now I'm here trying to figure some things out. And that's another thing is sometimes the more people you get involved, the more complicated things can get. Now we got things going, we're back on track. I'm not trying to slide anyone. I'm just saying, hey, pay attention. When you are having an issue with your car and you are talking to your mechanic, whether it's me or somewhere else, your mechanic, the more details you can give, the better. Say, hey, yeah, a while back I did this, or I had this done at XYZ place, or this was a symptom, or because literally it's like being Sherlock Holmes sometimes, trying to sift through all the possibilities of well, we got a bad fuel pump. What are the odds that this is bad and it's only been a couple months? And then that's why I asked, where did you get that? And he's like, Amazon. So anyway, that's your primary tip for today. Thankfully, at 278,000 miles, this engine is going to keep on going. And if you got one of these cars with a 3800, whether it's a Series 3 like this or a Series 2 or even a Series 1, they are just about bulletproof. They're the V6 version of the Chevy 350 small block. They will go and go and go. And it was sad to see them quit making these because at such a full-size car, being a Grand Prix, spacious on the inside, plenty of power. Some of them even came supercharged. And you could still get mid to upper 20s on the highway going down the road. So sad day when things like that are go by the wayside. But anyway, that's your tip for the day. Pay attention and get the facts. Get all the information you can. See you on the next round.